On Monday, President Donald Trump announced that he will be supporting a $1 trillion military budget.
We rebuilt the military during my first term, and we have great things happening with our military. We also essentially approved a budget which is in the facility, you'll like to hear this, of $1 trillion, $1 trillion, and nobody's seen anything like it. We have to build our military, and we're very cost conscious, but the military is something that we have to build, and we have to be strong because you got a lot of bad forces out there now. So we're going to be approving a budget, and I'm proud to say, actually, the biggest one we've ever done for the military. We're cutting other things that were under Doge, but under a lot of other.
Okay, so Trump allegedly rebuilt the military during his first term, which he didn't, but apparently now he has to rebuild it again by giving them even more money, despite the fact that since he stopped being president, okay, in 2020, the military budget has continued to get larger, okay? But now he's like, we gotta have $1 trillion now. And this is despite the fact that Doge is allegedly trying to cut spending. Did I not say before that Doge and Trump would never touch the military? Of course they wouldn't. Look, the Pentagon last year requested a budget of $850 billion, while failing to pass an annual audit of its spending for the 7th time in a row. Where is all that money going? We don't know. They can't do an audit. They can't pass one. But I do know that some of it is going right into Elon Musk's pocket. Remember, Elon has billions of dollars in government contracts. For one, SpaceX provides launch services to the DoD, including the launch of classified satellites and other payloads. SpaceX's CEO Gwynne Shotwell said the company has about $22 billion in government contracts. The vast majority, about $15 billion, is actually derived from NASA. SpaceX's biggest Pentagon contracts include the $733 million National Security Space Launch contract awarded in October to lift satellites into orbit. Starlink is also another contract. They've been used by the Pentagon to provide connectivity in remote environments. In 2023, the Pentagon awarded SpaceX a contract worth $23 million to use Starlink to support military operations in Ukraine through mid-2024. And now Elon is getting even more contracts. That's right. Space Systems Command recently announced the award of 3 national security space launch contracts to SpaceX, United Launch Services, and Blue Origin to provide vital launch services in support of U.S. national security missions. The projected contract values are approximately $5.92 billion for SpaceX, $5.37 billion for United Launch Services, and $2.39 billion for Blue Origin. None of those are going to be touched at all by Doge, especially the Musk money. Okay, so yeah, he's going to ask for $1 trillion. Where do you think the majority of that money is going to go? I think it's pretty obvious. But now the other thing that is, about this new budget, right? It's the fact that we're not at war. So since we're not at war, why the hell do we need to increase our military budget by, $150 billion? Why? It's insane. Well, this is where I get worried. Because turns out Donald Trump might be getting ready to attack Iran. Uh-oh. So now, it's not in stone, okay? But according to some reports here, one of them from Ken Klippenstein, apparently the Pentagon has sent 6 B-2 Spirit bombers to the Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean, which is the largest. These 6 bombers is the single largest deployment of stealth bombers in U.S. history. Yeah. These long-range bombers are uniquely suited to evade Iranian air defenses and can carry America's most potent bunker-busting bombs. They flew in from Missouri last week in a little-noticed operation. In fact, Pentagon hasn't even announced any of this stuff. Okay, the B-2s carry not just bombs, but a message for Iran, said one retired general talking to Newsmax. That message being, do you see our sword? Oh boy. Look, Trump has also announced that if Tehran does not close the door on nuclear capability, they'll experience, quote, bombing the likes of which they have never seen. Hell will rain down on the country. So, war with Iran, bigger military budget, the moving of assets, and of course, crazy people that are running the country and running the military, people like Pete Hegseth. Okay, that is not good. This is not good at all. And I am very concerned that we are going to end up in a disastrous war with Iran. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope I'm wrong. Now, Trump, of course, will make the argument, oh, see, I'm just trying to scare them into making a deal. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm just scaring them, you see, so they can come to the negotiating table. Okay, here's the thing. And by the way, on Monday, he said doing a deal would be preferable to doing the obvious, which, of course, would be a military strike. Thing is, though, why would Iran want to do a deal with the guy who ripped up the last deal? Doesn't make any sense. So I am very, very concerned that Donald Trump may be sending us, or at least getting ready to send us, into a disastrous conflict with Iran. And as such, is trying to juice up our military funding to do it. I hope I am wrong. I hope I'm making too much out of this. But with Donald Trump at the helm, you just never know. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.